I very quickly set up a test mailing list. I put the 2 guys that were having trouble on the mailing list, and they could receive mail. It was great.
Wow.
So just by putting them on Postfix and Mailman, I solved the Bell South problem. I don't know if it was something with SendMail, the way SendMail was configuring the headers, or whether it was Major Domo, but I don't think he could receive email from me if I used my BLU.org address, but I'm not sure. But it was really strange. So maybe Bell South has this thing.
Is it working now?
Yeah, it's working fine now.
Same computer, same IP and everything?
No, we moved over from that computer that's sitting over there that John just cannibalized over to our new server, which is a compact Reliant, different version of Linux, and changed from SendMail to Postfix and from Major Domo to Mailman.
I was thinking that maybe they put you in the spam list or something.
Nope.
You know, your email.
We also changed from Red Hat 4.2 to 7.2.
Right.
7.1.
That's a great job.
I think you were on 5.2.
Oh, right. With the power supply blow up.
Yes, normally we don't usually touch the BLU server. That server worked for about 2 years. The only time that server ever got shut down, it came into being because our old server.
We had to reboot every time we changed ISPs and locations.
We blew our power supply. Then a month or 2 later, they had a power failure in the building at the ISP's building, which is in Park Square. Then in August, they decided to throw us out because they wanted to start charging us. They were going to move all their servers down to a very expensive place in downtown Boston. They wanted to start charging an arm and a leg.
I think they wanted $1,600 a month.
Yeah. Not quite that much. It was around $400 a month. But that's still $400. That's $400 a month higher than our current budget and our income. You don't charge it. So we then made a quick phone call. I knew they were going to throw us out, so I made a phone call to U.S. Data Centers, to Rick Zack, and he says, sure, no problem. And they gave us, they said, just let us know when you're coming, and you have to sign a contract and stuff like that, which we did. And then we brought it down there, and they decided to shut off the network in their old building. And so we had a choice. Either we could move it down to the new building for 2 weeks before we actually got thrown out. So in the spur of the moment, we drove down to Park Square, grabbed the old server, and just put it up to U.S. Data Centers, got it in. It was great. And then, of course, U.S. Data Centers went bankrupt. Rick had been in the process of leaving U.S. Data Centers, even though he was a founder. But he had made some arrangements with them they have a server, their own server rack with a key. And he had made some arrangements with them so that they are somewhat obligated to keep us there for quite a while. We don't have to worry about. And right now we're negotiating with the new owners of U.S. Data Centers. So that yeah. So if U.S. Data Centers, or now Northeast Data Vault, can't keep us, the president is in our court. So if they can't keep us in there, and there's really no reason why they can't, because we use very few of their resources. Just bandwidth and floor space, plenty of. We already have an agreement with RCN. this will be another move. Now, the last move, the first move that we did between data centers after we left the BCS was to move from Copley Square to Park Square. And that we just threw it on a two-wheeler and rolled it down the street in Boston. Then we took it up here up to Marlboro. This one is going to be, we're definitely moving. If we stay with U.S. data centers, we're moving from data center 3 to data center 5. That's data center 5 is probably one of the most modern data centers in the country. You saw that.
Yeah,
Where are they? They're in Marlboro. They're in Route 20 towards Northborough, right near where the Ken Gordon show is. They're right in the corner. Excuse me?
Right near Royal.
Yeah, just past Royal on the right, where the traffic light is. Wonderful data center. And if they are not going to be able to accommodate us, we go to RCN, that's going to be just going in an elevator and going upstairs. So it's not a big move. The only pain is we're going to have to change IP addresses if we go to RCN. That's all. So going over to data center 5 will be probably very painless. The other thing I have to do to shut it down is that a certain person misplaced the rails. So I've got the system in the rack on a kind of a shelf. And now I have the rack, the rails in my car. Now I have to get some manpower to go in there. I need 2 guys, or 1 extra guy to go in there to do it because I can't do it myself.
Let me know if it's close to it. There's a friend.
Yeah. I've read somebody from work. I work 5 minutes away. So it's not a big deal. Or I grab for exact. No big deal. Anyway, Courtney, it's still your meeting?
I'm curious, I found that a sweep sequence for boxes.
Oh, yeah.
It's a sweep right bracket, 50, semicolon, pound sign. The phone number, the bell, and the carriage turn.
Wait, why did you tell me where you found it?
I have a
turn my page.
I have a book. They're all VT100 escape or VT200 escape sequences. I have a VT200 manual.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of e-turn specific escape sequences like this that are not part of the VT200.
This is A-turn descended from RSVT actually, not E-turn.
Oh.
But it could be similar. I
They're very
shall see if there's something appropriate.
They'll steal from each other's hands.
There's another escape sequence I use for the background. So basically before it prints the prompt, it always sets the background to the postname.jpg. So that is a directory MS map that it is all in the streams.
I see.
I always know what machine it was.
Yes, indeed. It saves you typing reboot on the wrong machine, I bet. Did that my first day on the job once.
How long will it take you to set up
It was
virtual?
on one of the supported
Post
machines.
or
I thought it was on
proxy
gateway. Yes.
Actually, I had one line well, I have one line.
I noticed I saw yours. You have the plus signs. You have those plus signs.
Oh, that's because if the address doesn't exist, it looks for plus sign. That way you can use something like proxy.
So if I send somebody to schmuck@abu.net, it's going to go to John and
Oh, that bounce. That doesn't exist. You send to Gerald plus one. Just go to Gerald. And I could set up your property and filter looking for the plus boxes and you can drop it into the belt.
Anyway, that's what I want to set up.
Right.
I've got logged in now. You got a master.